I borrowed the antiseptic solution and the first aid kit from the infirmary and rushed back. The corridor was deathly silent, not a hint of life around. I guess Itsuki was on a different floor. And despite all that madness about competition and the possibility of dying or whatnot, I was feeling strangely calm. Was it because I simply didn't believe in the existence of such a ridiculous mechanism? Or was there something seriously wrong with me? I'm starting to feel like there might be more and more truth to the whole... us maybe being a I don't know, right? Like, ever since Itsuki kinda brought planted that seed of doubt in my mind, I've been kind of considering it more and more, and now that it was mentioned the other Igusa, like our father, I've been considering that idea a little bit more, because it's just weird, right? No matter how fucking prepared you were for the situation, which initially was both Itsuki and Komiya, they both at least freaked out a little bit over things. And we never did that, ever, except when it came to Ayana. But anything about this whole weird, fucked up whatever situation, nothing seems to faze us as well. And there's gotta be a reason for that. Now, it could just be, as Komiya said, that is all just because we don't suffer from the side effects at all. But even if you don't suffer from the side effects, this whole situation should at least freak you out a little bit, right? Just a tiny little bit. Show some sort of emotion or hint that you're human. Anything, dude. Or perhaps I still didn't believe that Itsuki would hurt us. Still, with the sound of my footsteps as my sole auditory backdrop, I couldn't help but fall in thoughts. This school was established all for the sake of making some shady experiments. And we were their guinea pigs. I felt like something didn't add up there. Komiya said that they might be observing us. Let's say that was the case. We had countless conversations that must have sounded very dangerous to whoever is responsible for this thing. It was even possible that Komiya and myself would try to outright oppose and fight them. Actually, Komiya was pretty much doing that already. Why were they letting us do whatever we wanted like this? Was Itsuki on their side? Had they left everything to him? It just didn't make sense to me. So we're thinking there's something even bigger at work here. Like, are we in a controlled environment where they're just observing us? It felt like Itsuki had his own goals, separate from the school. It was as though no one even cared what we did. Did they think that was all a part of the experiment? Like, what if they're actually just, like, people looking through cameras, they're just a bunch of scientists, right? They're just looking through cameras or looking through one-way mirrors through everything and just writing down notes like, oh, this person reacted to this way, blah, blah, blah. And we're, in reality, we feel like humans, right? We feel like we're humans inside this school. But to these scientists, we just look like fucking rats in a maze or something, and you're just observing us, observing how the hell we're gonna escape from this situation or something. I feel like that's kind of what it feels like a little bit, if there were people watching us. The more I thought about it, the less I could understand what this school was trying to achieve here. Besides, the business card we found. Igusa Akinori. My father. I would have never thought to hear that name here. I wonder if those important documents that Komiya was searching for weren't actually you yourself, Yasunari. You might become our hope. I remembered what Itsuki and Komiya said. The reason I was here. I didn't have enough information to know how to interpret their words. But I reached the doors to the old principal's room before I realized it.
Okaeri.
I'm back. I found Komiya sitting next to Ayana as I entered the room. Did you do it? Did you work your magic? Ayana seemed to be still asleep. So what's the plan? You want to do it yourself? Or would you want a pervert like me to do it for you, huh? After all, She was hurt at a potentially suggestive place. Yep, I can get all sorts of looks and angles at naughty things from there. I didn't want her to call me a pervert again, and her wound was at a location that wasn't so hard to reach. So I figured it would be safe, or it would save us all a lot of potential trouble if she just did it herself.
そうだね。
Komiya, after a moment of thought, took the first aid kit for me. She took the cloth that was bandaging her leg. It was almost black from all of the blood, ugh. But I realized it used to be a piece of white shirt. I wonder if Itsuki tore his own uniform to bandage her. Wow, that's even going an extra mile. He just tore off part of his own uniform? The wound looked pretty terrifying from over here, but Komiya did not seem to mind, patching it up with an experienced hand. You seem to be used to this. For a moment, I found myself completely lost in the sight.
お母さんから教えてもらってるから。
She replied to me with little emotion, and when I was about to look to the side as I realized I was staring, I noticed a number of what looked like small burn marks on the inner side of her right thigh. Oh god. Oh god, it's that flashback thing from that was to her. It really happened to her.
あまり見られると恥ずかしい。
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. This time, I did look away. So those marks I thought I saw in the principal's room weren't just my imagination after all. I wonder what you'd have to do to get burned in a place like that. It probably wasn't a good memory in any case. I guess I'd better not bring it up. Komiya finished changing her bandage and started repacking the first aid kit.
それで、Yasunariの話って。
She threw me a question while her hands were still moving. Oh, well, it's about Itsuki. You did notice he was upset by the existence of the drug and what the school was doing, right?
わかってる。だから、協力してって言ったけど、タイミングが悪かった。
It's not like there was any better timing to do it. In the current situation she was in with Itsuki, it was either while she was getting stabbed or a little bit before then, but then she didn't even know yet his motives exactly. Yeah, I told him the same thing, as well as explained what you were doing. Still, he said it didn't matter and refused to listen. Komiya fell silent.
Itsukiは多分自暴自棄になっているのだと思う。
She continued after a pause. Yeah, I got the same feeling. It kinda connects to that self-destruction mechanism too.
Itsukiはそれを探しに行ったの。
Yeah, he said the one who finds it first will survive. He seems to want to make everyone involved with this business disappear. Komiya glanced at the bloody cloth that used to wrap around her leg. It kind of feels like he's trying to take on an evil role, but can't go all the way. Komiya gave me a small nod. Besides, it's not even clear such a mechanism exists. Oh yeah, and he said something else too.
何?
That whatever you are looking for might actually be myself or something. Komiya's gaze fixed on me. Can you show me that paper with my father's name? Komiya took out 2 folded pieces of paper from her plush toy bag and handed them over to me. I unfolded them and started reading. Most of the words inside were too technical for me though, and I didn't understand much of what was written. But I did find a date of 16 years ago and a sign, A. Igusa, at the bottom of the second page. My father wrote this, and I wonder what it means that we found it locked in a secret room. 16 years ago. That's just 1 year after my birth. I guess it was hardly an exaggeration to say that my father must have been somehow involved with the drug, given that I was here. But But his name kept coming up way too much lately. Especially once we started to investigate this principal's room.
どうしてItsukiはYasunariが私の探してる資料じゃないか
I don't know. Oh, he said I was too calm for a test subject. Abnormal. That I was showing no side effects whatsoever.
確かにそれは私も思うあなた何を見てもほとんど動揺していないんだもの
Maybe I'm a robot, huh? Beep boop beep beep. Is that what's going on with Ayana? Or is what's going on with Ayana the normal reaction to those side effects?
本来なら副作用の影響が出た時点で普段より情緒不安定になったり動揺しやすくなったりするいつもなら我慢できることもダメになったりするのそれこそ男の人なら理性が飛んで性犯罪に至ってしまったり
What the fuck? Well, I can safely say
はっきりと症状が出た以上同時期の安成が成功例というのも考えにくい気はするけど
I can safely say that I have never had any of those urges, okay? Komiya fell into thought. I either had a good-natured natural tolerance to the thing, or the effects were just late. I couldn't think of anything else that could have caused this.
確かに安成は重要な参考資料ではあるのかもしれないその紙に書かれた意味も安成のこともきっとお母さんならわかるここから出られたら会ってほしい
Well, I don't really mind, but we had yet to figure out how to escape this place.
大丈夫安成は絶対に出られるはずだから
You sure? What about you?
Itsukiは他に何か言ってなかった
I don't think so. It was as though she was trying to change the subject. I was still a bit confused as to her wording back then, but I decided to tell her everything about Itsuki for now. Oh, that's right. He said something about spending a lot of time watching what the drug does to people, or something along those lines. Yeah, that's because his parents suffered from it, right?
長年ずっと身近で本来ならそれはありえないはずだけど
Because the school was taking care of all of those cases?
そうだってミナテュール祭はそのために行っているはずだもの
I wonder where Itsuki learned about the drug anyway. Even we, whose parents were at least somehow involved, didn't know anything about it. Yet he knew it all, despite not even being a subject. Even if he was told everything by the school. How did he even end up working for them then? It was possible he got involved with them already thinking about betraying them along the way, for whatever goal. Was he involved with the test subjects before? Or was he the son of some sort of important person in the company responsible for the drug? I felt as though nothing about him added up.
あれ
Ayana, are you back to normal? Are your legs attached to your body? Can I take off the rope? Ayana woke up as we were busy assessing the situation. I glanced at her to see her looking all around the room.
あれミナテュール祭は
Yeah, we're still fucking here.
あやな今どういう状況か思い出せる
Komiya raised her upper body and addressed Ayana. She pressed a finger against her lip and fell in thought, light anxiety clouding over her features. At least she seemed a lot calmer than before falling asleep. Maybe that's just what she needed. She just needed to sleep it off, take a quick power nap.
そっか織本くんにこの部屋に連れてこられてすごく怖かった気がするんだけどごめんなさいそれをよく覚えてなくて
You can't remember. So that whole panic attack and the thingy about your legs? What if just her side effects are actually getting worse? It could be that, right? Like, it's something that was mentioned as well. Like, the side effects gradually become worse until the point where you actually die from it. That's something Komiya mentioned. You can die from the side effects alone. So it seems to me that Ayana's side effects are just getting a lot worse.
So...
Komiya seemed to be slightly disappointed. I imagine she wanted to know more about Itsuki's behavior. You think the drug is related to her memory lapses?
だと思う。綾菜。
Uh-oh.
足の布。
Uh-oh.
解くよ。
Are you okay with that, Ayana? They're not gonna fall off, okay?
え？あ、本当だ。
Okay, thank
お
God.
願いします。
Thank God, okay. She's not freaking out about her legs anymore. Thank God. Back then, she acted almost as though I was trying to murder her. It was pretty odd to continue as though that never happened. Still, these fits would most likely accumulate one by one until the Ayana we knew might not come back for good.
取れた。歩ける。
You can walk, right? Ayana stood up and tried taking a few steps.
大丈夫だよ。
Oh,
ありがとう。
thank God.
ねえ、すみこちゃんは？
Oh shit, you don't remember that. Uh-oh. She went to the toilet, okay? I wonder if she forgot. Sumika is fine, yeah. I feel like we have to lie to her. If we tell her, of course she's gonna go to a dark place again and she might have another side effect attack. It's better to just fucking lie to her. Komiya, what should we do from now on? Wanna look for that mechanism or whatever?
そっち？
Itsuki said that there might be a self-destruct mechanism inside the school, though it's just a rumor. We were thinking to look for it.
それ、多分噴水のことじゃないかな。
The fountain? The fountain? You mean the one in the inner yard?
うん。
How do you know that?
綾菜、何か知ってるの？
Komiya seemed very intrigued. And yeah, it was a bit weird for Ayana to react that way.
あ、っていうかね、噂が噂を呼んだみたいな感じなんだけど、あの噴水って朝も校長先生が言ってたけど、弔いのために建てられたものじゃない？
True. I remember that. Yeah.
前から一部の生徒の間ではあの噴水について噂があったんだよ。何か大事な暗号が隠されてるんだとか、死体が埋められてるんだとか。
Oh God. Is there any rumor that the school doesn't have?
多分その一環でできた噂じゃないかな。噴水に爆破の起動装置が仕掛けられてるとか、そういうの。
Wow. I guess it was possible. Ayana had more friends than me. Yep, I'm a loner. And like these kinds of stories. I guess we could trust that the rumor itself existed at least. Now that I think about it, I first saw Komiya by the fountain too.
校長が変わった時に作られたとは聞いてたから、見に行ってたの。何かを隠した可能性自体はあると思う。
It seems like the best place to look first. You think we can actually do something about it if that's the case? If that self-destruct mechanism was buried somewhere deep underground, there was no way we could possibly get to it by ourselves. Now that I thought about it, it was a bit ridiculous for us. Just a bunch of students. To try and expect to uncover things hidden by huge organizations and the like. I mean, this miniature festival thing existed not to give us a chance to find things out, but to experiment with and cover our existence.
Yasunari?
Most likely worried by my silence, Ayana tried calling my name. Komiya, you are here to find the documents relating to the antidote so you can stop the organization. Is that right?
そうだけれど。
You do realize that getting the antidote is nowhere near enough to achieve that, right?
何が言いたいの？
I felt like something didn't add up, both with Itsuki and this whole situation. Why is the school completely unguarded if they are hiding things here? You even said they might be observing us when we were on the roof. Komiya, instead of answering, seemed to fall into contemplation. That's true. I mean, you know, why would they, if there are so many answers to everything here, why would they just leave it here? Just like, oh yeah, you know, we're just gonna keep people here, trap them here, but at the same time give them access to all the sensitive information that we wouldn't want anybody to possibly find out. It just doesn't make any sense. Unless this is like a test or a game. Is it like a fucking game show or something? Don't you think it doesn't make sense? If the school was doing all those things, then wouldn't they have like decided to stop us once we started looking for their hidden documents and whatnot?
それはYasunariの存在が異例で見逃されたんじゃないの?
Itsuki said something like that too. Like, I knew something special, but was made to forget it. That I myself was used to keep things concealed. Huh. But if I was really like that, and there was something hidden in me, I think it would be something inconvenient for the school.
それはもしかしてさっき言った
I am the answer.
私が探しに来た資料なんだって話につながるの?
Both the secret and in your love life? Yeah, but in that case, it doesn't make sense for the school to let me live, much less hang around unmonitored like this. Pieces were finally falling together. If the school was really doing something, it was looking for test subjects that managed to overcome the side effects of the drug, and covertly erasing those that didn't. And from what Komiya and Itsuki said, it was possible that it was precisely this kind of test subject that they were supposed to be looking for. As long as that really was what they were looking for, that is. So maybe that's indeed not what they're looking for. Anyway, in that case, the school could have an incentive to keep me alive. You sure the side effects of the drug manifest around the same time period for everyone?
そのはず。今日ここにいる私たちはみんな同じ時期に作成された薬を近い時期に投与されてる。
Okay. Ayana and Komiya were displaying the symptoms. I wasn't. Yet I did get the initial headache that Itsuki mentioned, which was the sign that the drug's side effects were taking action, which made the possibility I wasn't administered the drug to begin with pretty low. And there was that short incident with Ayana's disappearance. Why do you think the school would want me to survive?
Yasunari が成功例か。私と同じように貴重な資料だと思ってる。
But if I have this valuable source of valuable information somewhere hidden inside of me that I myself don't even have access to, as far as I know, right? Wouldn't they just capture me and try to get it out of me somehow? Those two seem similar, yet are complete opposites, right? Komiya nodded. Ayana didn't seem to follow us that well, and kept silent. They would want to secure me as a valuable sample, because they want to perfect their memory control drug. That was the goal of the school, according to Komiya and Itsuki. While if they wanted me as a source of information, it would mean they were looking for a way to secure that antidote you told us about. And if that was the case, it would mean I was a success, or was a living success of whatever agent acted against this drug.
つまり、後者の可能性があるって言いたいの。
That's what I'm leaning towards. Yeah, perhaps originally the school was established to conceal secrets. But now, maybe they are letting us do whatever we want, precisely because they are interested in uncovering them instead. So they're using us to uncover the secrets that they don't even know about themselves. What? This situation will make a lot more sense if that was the case. I guess so. That would make sense, or that would fit with the whole sort of story of them monitoring us, but not interfering with anything that we're doing, because they want to see what we do. They want us to figure things out. They actually want us to do that. Huh. Because what if they're like, okay, I mean, it could be... This is just entirely... I don't know if it's actually... Whatever, you know? It's just a conjecture, whatever. But like, what if like all of the biggest secrets... It all started with the first principal, right? But the first principal kind of died unexpectedly, and he had all of this information, but whoever decided to pick up this project or organization obviously didn't have access to all of the information that the first principal did, or whoever started everything. So they have the information present, they just don't know how to connect the links, and they're somehow expecting the people that are the test subjects, like us, to connect the dots for them, to make sense of everything for them. They're basically, they got given a riddle in a sense, and they want us to solve it for them. Because the person who originally created the riddle is dead, so they don't have the answer anymore. I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of.
でもそれなら、事前に私にもそう説明してくれてもよかったはず。
Yeah. She went in here expecting to die and all that, and they should have at least told her that. Perhaps your mother didn't even know herself, or maybe she was unable to tell you for some reason.
もし学園の何かが変わったんだとしたら、校長先生が変わった時なんじゃないのかな。予想だけど。
Yeah, that's what I think as well. It has to be that. Like, why else would there suddenly be a different approach to things? It's not like the person, you know, if you are the leader or head of an organization, it's not like, it's possible, but I don't feel like you would suddenly have a different change of approach, right? It has to just, it only usually comes from different management. It's just like either a person who was in charge first gets fired, or they die, or whatever, you know? And then another person gets in control and they have a different idea of what they want to do with the stuff, and then their approach changes. So that's the one thing that I could think of. It's just when the principal changed. Ayana timidly joined the conversation. Yeah, that would make sense. And if that was the case, then the school was our ally. Everything might have turned around without most people even knowing. When our principals changed and that fountain was built, it was possible they were still observing us, but they weren't sure if I would start showing the symptoms later than usual. And they weren't thinking much of Komiya and Ayana, because if what she said was right, only death waited for those who gave in to the drug. Still, I couldn't help but feel that the school could be on our side. Oh man, what a turnaround! Damn. Perhaps it was the result of the odd elation that the sudden appearance of my father's name instilled in me alone. Maybe I just didn't want to think that my parents were evil people. Then we're just fucked. The result is gonna be the same in any case, if we get stuck. As such, perhaps it wouldn't hurt to try and change our perspective for a while. So we're gonna move forward under the assumption that the school is actually on our side. Ayana gave me a nod too. Now we have to find out how my father is related to this. His name being here meant he was involved with the principal somehow, at least. But we didn't have enough information to tell what their relationship was exactly. But what if I think our father was actually just the principal. Our father was the very first principal that died. Like, we don't know our father, so we don't even know if he's alive or not anymore either, right? So it's possible that he died. Still, given the involvement of the resistance that Komiya was a part of, and the fact that I seemed to be somehow special, I wanted to believe it was nothing nefarious at its core. I wonder if that came from some sort of filial piety? I don't know that word.
すべては16年前から仕組まれていた可能性はあると思う。
For sure. Komiya silently addressed me. You mean that my father predicted this from back then? If that was the case, that would be pretty impressive.
そうね。考えすぎだった。
It's actually...
それより、やっぱりもう一度、いつきと話をしたい。
Yeah.
今の考えも含めて。
It's actually very interesting, not only how much additional information we're getting from this route alone, but how much it actually just changes everything, right? Because I feel like the idea that we had at the end of, let's say, the Sumika route or the end of the Ayana route, that the idea that we had of what we thought was going on seems to be entirely different in this route. Which makes me think that if there is like a sort of true route, this would definitely be it, right? Yeah. I was also curious how we ended up here with us. If my theory about the school's aim was correct, then the meaning of Itsuki being here would change again. Anyway, we should start moving, for starters.
リオちゃん、手伝うよ。
Seeing Komiya's wound, Ayana jumped to lend her a hand. Oh, thank God we don't have to carry any of the girls. I mean, I can carry one, as evidence of me carrying Komiya princess style earlier, but if Ayana was still in the state earlier, no way would I have been able to get both of them out of here. The two stood up and slowly staggered forward. Your leg needs proper treatment. We should try to end this as fast as we can. I glanced at my clock to see that it was past 11 o'clock in the night. The day, our so-called time limit, was almost at its end. Yeah, one more hour. If we had more time, I would have liked to look around the room and look for more documents that could confirm my theory. But well, the result wouldn't change regardless. That's what I told myself.
リオちゃんの怪我、折本くんなの？
Yep, fuck that guy. Yeah.
そうなんだ。いつきだって、ただ悪意だけでやったわけじゃないと思う。
Man.
とにかく話をして、安成たちはお母さんのところへ連れて行く。
You're still trying to bring him around to our side, Rio? Like, I've kind of given up on Itsuki, right? But I do agree that I do think, like, he isn't doing everything out of sheer malice. It's like 90% maliciousness, 10%, you know, he's kind of on a similar side as us. It's just this whole part that... It's just how he's affected by all of this, right? He's only been affected by the negatives entirely, the entire fucking time, almost his entire life. Of course you're going to react towards that thing in an even more violent manner yourself as well. So I don't really blame him for it, but still... I don't know, man. I don't know how to feel about shit anymore. Yeah. As I exited the room, I glanced out the window to see the inner yard. Huh? In front of the fountain, is he standing there? It seemed like there was someone there.
あれって、折本くん。
Of course that's fucking him. I narrowed my eyes to try and make out the person over there better. Indeed, it seemed like it was Itsuki. He was silently staring at the fountain.
何か分かったのかな?
In that case, we should hurry too. How did he manage to get out though? Komiya reached out toward the closest window. It slid open, filling the corridor with damp night air.
開くようになってたんだ。いつの間に?
Since Sumika died.
わからない。ただ、可能性としては。
Komiya shifted her gaze to Ayana. Ayana returned her look with puzzled eyes. Oh right, you shouldn't say it. Don't say it out loud, Komiya. Ayana still thinks Sumika is okay. Now that I thought about it, the time seemed like it finally started to move shortly before we found Sumika lying at the stairs to the storage room.
本当の怪奇七不思議もあったのかもしれない。
Well,
それより、中庭に行こう。
God damn it, I don't like that though. They've done it several times, where if they just can't explain something, you just kind of sweep it under the rug by saying, ah, it's one of the 7 mysteries, you know? What are you gonna do? It's one of the 7 mysteries, you know? Fuck it. Don't even bother trying to explain it. Yeah.
急ぐなら、私たちは後から行くから。安成、先に行ってて。
Komiya gestured that she couldn't hurry with a leg like that. Alright. I'll leave her in your hands, Ayana. Alright, we can do this together. And with that, I dash in the direction of the inner yard. Come on, girls. Itsuki! I got outside through the emergency stairs, no problem.
That
was how he answered me. That was a bit of a digression, but I shifted my eyes to the fountain myself, illuminated brightly in the dark of the night. It didn't seem like he came here knowing what he was doing. Ayana said there were a whole bunch of rumors regarding this thing. I lined up next to him. It really did look like a normal fountain. The quiet sound of the running water even gave it a sort of sacred feel. She returned to normal. I don't know what the fuck kind of mind game you played with her, but it's over, dude. It's over. Yeah, I don't know what the hell you did, but she seems to have forgotten everything about what happened to Sumika. Fuck. I knew it. He actually gave her more of the medicine, you bastard. It was an obvious attempt at sarcasm. Komiya can't walk properly because she went full Jason Voorhees on her. Oh, that's the dude with the fucking mask, right? Of, what's it called? Oh, it's the movie, and then Friday the 13th, right? That game and movie on her. So they are coming here at their own pace. Yeah, and unlike Ayana, her memories didn't seem messed up. Why do you keep those half measures all the time? Or keep taking those? I remembered a piece of shirt bandaging Komiya's leg. He says after fucking stabbing her. I see. So the thing that made him feel sorry was not the fact that he actually stabbed her, but the fact that she was abused in the past. An image of the burn marks on Komiya's thigh flashed through my mind. At the time, I did consider that as a possibility. I wonder if those were what caused him to think that way too. I have a theory about this whole situation, but before that, I want to ask you something. Itsuki sat down on the edge of the fountain. How did you get into our school? Or rather, where did you get all that information you know from? Everything about the miniature festival being a cover for shady experiments, and then the existence of the drug or medicine or whatever that was hidden from the public eyes. He wasn't a test subject himself, if the registry was to be believed. Yep. Say what? The words that followed his long sigh were so unexpected, I couldn't help asking him back. His parents were test subjects? But if that was true, it didn't add up with what Komiya said. The failures of the miniature festival were all erased. Really? So they actually survived here. Huh. So they were deemed successful, but obviously he explained that at some point his parents just went fucking nuts, right? So that apparently was a false deeming of success. At that moment of time? You mean their side effects came in late or something?
二人はミナテュール祭を境に学園から姿は消したものの、他の生徒のように処分はされなかった。
So what happened?
二人の発症は俺が生まれた後からだった。蓄積されてたものが多かった分、ひどかったよ。日に日に喧嘩は増えるし、
That's actually kind of worse, right? Because it's two people experiencing it at the same time together with each other. So they're probably just like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Well, probably not to that extent. But, you know, they see each other probably going crazy as well while they're going crazy themselves at the same time. I don't know exactly what the hell that would be like other than just fucking confusing. He continued, saying with a sarcastic smile that he understood full well that they were still, in a way, saved by the medicine. It seemed like he had complicated feelings regarding the whole thing.
ただこの薬のひどいところはさ、忘れるんだよ。忘れて同じことを繰り返す。だから病院に連れて行くのも難しかった。
Why were their symptoms so late?
体質的な相性だったのかもしれないし、その年の薬がそういうものだったのかもしれない。まあそんなこんなしているうちに、二人は俺の存在を忘れていった。
What? They forgot all about you? Huh? Why?
さあ、ストレスの対象だった可能性もあるし、単純に副作用の影響もあったかもな。おかしいのは、家にいても帰っても出て行けとは言われないんだ。ただ不審そうな目で見られる。
It's gotta be fucking weird. Imagine that. Just one day you wake up and both of your parents just look at you. You can just tell from their eyes that they don't know who the hell you are. They're just wondering, who the fuck is this kid?
中学の頃には俺もそういうのに慣れてて、進路を決める時期に俺宛てにここの学園の推薦状が届いたんだ。なんでだろうとは思ったけど、寮生活できるって言うし、どうも特例で入学金もろもろも免除って話だったから乗ることにした。妙な噂の多い学園だってもともと興味もあったしね。
Really? He got given a scholarship to this school? I guess it was maybe because they wanted to keep the connection because they knew his parents were obviously test subjects here before. So maybe they wanted to keep the family lineage here, the connection with this school here. Or it was a way of them making up to the son, to Itsuki. Like, yeah, sorry we fucked up your parents. Well, here, have a free scholarship. And eventually that led you here?
そう。校長は俺の両親のことも知ってたし、それに合わせて薬の話も全部聞いた。俺に与えられた学費免除の条件は、学園生活をきちんと過ごすことと、ミナテュール祭に協力することだった。
他には何も言ってなかったの。
Rio, Komiya and Ayana finally caught up.
特には、学園の裏事情は他言無用くらいかな。
そう。
Komiya made an unconvinced nod.
で、Yasunariは何が分かったって？
I was thinking that the school might be on our side.
何それ？
They prepared this place for us to uncover its secrets. Itsuki narrowed his eyes.
だったら、俺たちみたいな一生徒なんかにやらせないで、自分らが動いた方がよっぽど効率的じゃないのか？
It's possible there's something that's making them unable to. You never heard anything to support that?
ない。俺はただ、協力しろとしか。
Oh, a sudden realization. Itsuki suddenly paused.
はあ。そういうことなのかな。
Uh-huh.
折本くん
Does he understand now?
なるほど。これも全部計画の一環だったわけだ。
It's kind of fucking weird, but apparently this is part of the plan. Itsuki killing Sumika and attempting to kill Komiya was all part of the plan. Itsuki stood up.
綾菜ちゃん、この噴水の噂っていくつくらい知ってる？
At least 7.
爆破装置と隠された暗号と死体が埋められてるかな。
安成、この中に正解があるんだけど、どれだと思う？
The way he put it, it sounded like it was related to the school's motive. Oh shit, a bomb, a hidden code, buried bodies. I mean, originally this place was built as a commemoration of the first principal's death, right? So, I'm actually leaning towards buried bodies, but I think that's the correct answer. Meaning, if we pick this now, it'll probably give us the good Rio ending. Meaning we have to pick something else. Because I want to save that for last. Because I think this makes the most sense that there are just buried bodies underneath here. Maybe from all the other victims that have died here at the miniature festival, you know, all the other test subjects that have fallen during the process of the testing phase. I don't know, but at the very least the first principal, I imagine. But yeah, I'm gonna save this one. I think this is the correct answer, meaning we're just gonna go with a bomb or a hidden code. It would be kind of weird if there was a bomb here, because why? Like, why would there be a bomb here? A hidden code would make a little bit more sense, but I don't know what for exactly. Unless it's sort of another freaking riddle to try and figure out the secrets behind everything. But I don't think it really matters too much, considering both are probably wrong. So let's just go with hidden code. A secret code?
じゃあ、その暗号には何が書かれていると思う？
For something, I guess. Well, it's hidden, so I imagine it must be related to uncovering school secrets or something.
そうだね。でも本当にあるのは暗号なんかよりもっとわかりやすいものだ。
I gotta say, a code being here is kind of complicated. I agree with that. Like, it would be more simple if it was indeed just dead bodies or a bomb. That's more simplistic. Like a code, like what kind of code? Unless it's just a piece of paper with numbers on it or a code written. Answering me in a somewhat exasperated tone, Itsuki slowly took a step forward.
小宮さんと綾菜ちゃん、二人には正解を教えてあげるよ。
Bodies, right? Huh? And before I knew it, Itsuki had a knife in his hand. Oh, please don't start cutting up people. I could figure out what he was planning from that line. He drew closer to the two. Wait! Itsuki! We are...
全てにおいて必要だったのは
A trigger? Ayana let out a short scream. Next, Komiya moved. He was definitely planning to do something to them. I moved toward him too. The whole moment seemed as though in slow motion. But before I could react, the blade of Itsuki's self fell on my chest.
これできっかけができた。二人にはもう少し込み入った話をするよ。
Did he stab me? I could barely make out his voice as my consciousness drew away. No words would escape my mouth anymore as I sunk into the darkness. Ending 2 trigger. Wow! That, okay. That wasn't very much of an ending then. It's just, yeah, you get stabbed. Wrong answer, you get stabbed. Good luck, dude. Well, not really good luck. Fuck. Well, that was ending number 2. I guess we'll get the first ending and actually the last ending as well in the next video. So, yeah, this Komiya route is actually pretty long and got a lot of new deets in it. A lot of new details, a lot of new information. So I'm looking forward to what the last ending is going to be about. So this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'll see you on the finale of Miniature Garden. Peace.